Hello, my name is Harriton Wadko. Welcome to this program. We are talking about building. We're talking about nation building. We're talking about the backbone of what we call construction is all about. Now, there is an innovation called Quantity Solutions, Inc., a company that actually assesses, estimates, studies, even before you actually go into a project. After all, you don't want to just go out and build your house or build your company or build your factory or build your offices without exactly knowing magkano kaya abutin yan. Paano kung maipit ka? The very guest we have is the Executive Vice President. Actually, he's the one who actually built the company. His name's Rainer Hamandre, and I'd like to show you this. He was awarded Outstanding Professional for 2016 by SMI, and it's amazing. He has come across a very innovative. He is not just a businessman out for his specific interest. He has played his role, his profession, actually in building this country. Congratulations, Rainer. Let's go forward, going to Quantity Solutions.
Thank you.
Now, nahalata ko, you have one other ally when you said you build, you're not sitting in your desk anymore. You want to offer solutions to government. Di ba sinasabi mo, this is what we can do.
Yes.
I noticed in your webpage as well, when I started reviewing all about the company, you're allied with June Palafox as well, who has been in this seat many times with you. Yes. So you work with him in urban planning.
Yes. When Architect June, one of the best architects this country ever
well, celebrated as of now.
Yes,
very popular.
one of the top 100 architects in the world, you know. Every time he draws something, we convert that line and curves into numbers. That's
right. I've seen that book. He's given me that book with all the architecture, the rough drawing.
Yes. Every time he draws something like this, we convert that into numbers. If it's like this, then this is the number equivalent to it.
Grabe.
So,
Grabe.
you know, and the good thing about it is the architects actually love working with us. Because, for example, an architect draws something, and then when later on, the project is actually over budget. What happens? They go back to the drawing board. But if you have us beside you, right there and then, you know that when you're done with your drawings, you've hit the mark already.
Can you fail in a project? Kanyari nag-over budget. I mean, sometimes you cannot control the price of steel. Sometimes you cannot cement, for example, diba? Or electricity, or
metals,
or even the services. There's no crane available. It's going to hold you back for 3 months. Yung parang ganon, you know?
Yes.
May ganon.
Yes. And that's, you know, the secret to a good construction is good pre-construction. Pre-construction planning. You know, before you even go out there and dig, you already have a plan in mind. What you should do.
I'm fascinated that the banks have not required pre-construction. Di ba, pautang kita, gusto mo umutang, okay, you have 100 billion in worth of whatever, you want to borrow 70 billion, 70%. Di ba, parang ganang bangko. Buti na lang, but shouldn't the banks require pre-construction like you? Because that way, it saves their client the heartache, di ba?
Usually, it's the client who actually hires us.
Oh, but even the bank should, hindi kaya dapat para save ang investment?
In fact, I think, and thank you for this program, I think if there's some banks who are actually watching right now and then realize,
no, really? I'm serious. Di bale you want to make a personal loan. Oh, sige. But in a bank, even though personal loan, they still have to assess your capacity to pay back.
Right,
diba?
right.
Now, most, I mean, sure, 1 million peso, 2 million, 5 million. You want to buy a car, malaki income. Oh, sige, peramin kita.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm going to go into a project, I'm going to build this, and that. Hindi kaya dapat i-require ang pre-construction.
The banks actually require estimates.
They do, yes.
The more it will be credible if it's actually stamped by Quantity Solutions.
You're right.
Ganun yun eh.
Let's go forward on Quantity Solutions. I also noticed you are interconnected with a big international construction firm called Orion.
Yes.
Diba? Orion Global, Orion International.
Yes.
Orion Group International.
Yes.
What is that naman?
Orion Group International is owned by my partner, Tim Cleveland.
Cleveland, I read.
Yeah. I met him in 2004.
Your partner?
My partner.
He's your partner?
He's my business partner.
Sige, good.
And,
okay.
A very good partner all these years. basically we met doing projects in Diego Garcia, which is a naval base for the US.
That's where Malaysia Airlines disappeared. Go ahead.
Yeah, and
What did you do with the airplane? Oh, go ahead.
and Tim realized Filipinos are actually good in construction and engineering, and they are actually loyal and committed.
We speak English.
And we speak English really well, right? And so when I got back, I said, right, I think let's start something, big for the Filipinos. And the whole idea was just, maybe a small company, but it has now mushroomed into something
Lumaki na,
big.
namagana.
And now it's getting the attention of multinational companies. Multinational companies trying to acquire us. I say, let's talk. Let's go on a date and maybe,
If I went to you and I had a project, I'm a big company. I want a new building. I want to move there and I want to make it my headquarters and stuff. Do you also engage the contractor? Not necessarily. You do pre-construction.
Yes.
But you also guide the construction if necessary when required.
Yes. So the whole cycle of construction is from concept, from an idea,
Yes, from an idea.
to pre-construction planning, doing the plans,
Yes.
up to the construction. We manage the construction, all the way to completion.
So the owner need not be anymore because anong nangyayari when we build, marami dito that have to become a jack of all trades. And if they're not, and they're not good at it,
Yeah.
doon nasisira ang project.
Yes.
But how can you be an engineer when you're not? Or an architect when you're not? You're a businessman.
Yeah.
You're in finance. Diba? You're running a company that's in operation. You can't take your time out.
Yep. And that's exactly where we feel the gap, for businessmen. They're not engineers or construction guys. We feel the gap we're in, but again, feeling the gap requires integrity. And that's the first thing I did with this company, Harry, is to act with integrity, with everything. And I always say this,
Accomplished projects.
accomplished
Complete,
projects,
yes.
without getting a single cent from your client.
Ah.
Aside from the fees, of course.
Hindi, kasi dito, maraming under the table eh.
Yeah, and that's what we built this company in integrity. Every single employee there that worked with us are trusted by clients, no? And I think
Yeah, you have a very long list of clients that are quite reputable. But based on what I've seen, di ba?
yeah, we completed what 250 projects over 8 years.
Jesus Christ.
Here in
Ang
the
bilis mo, you also say this promise. You ask us in the morning, if you really need it that fast, we will give you a quick estimate by afternoon.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Para you can continue the concept or you can say no more. Di ba?
The first thing I did was actually bring what we call digital estimating technology into the country. It's called PlanSwift. It's from the US. It's now owned by Oracle.
Okay.
And we're the sole
Nako,
distributor.
mahal na mga software ng Oracle.
You talked about DMCI, EI,
Yeah,
all the
EI, yes.
Hillmarks, DDT, Datem. All of those big construction companies actually used our platform for estimating.
Okay.
It's digital. You can take a picture of, say, of anything.
Yes.
And you could measure the picture. And, you have construction plans, you could just take a picture of it.
Hindi CAD yan, parang CAD.
CAD is for design, di ba? You can use CAD also. But this one is picture lang eh. Picture lang.
Picture lang, and it measures everything,
Everything.
left and right.
Oo. So, you could take a picture of a plan. For example, wala kang electronic file. You just take a picture. Then you could start measuring. That's why I can promise clients like, okay, you sent it me this morning.
Yeah.
This afternoon we'll get back to you with a number.
Yeah.
How much it is.
Rough, however rough it is, but at least you are in the right track or ibahin mo concept mo habang maaga.
Yes.
So he doesn't waste his money and time.
Exactly. You don't have to waste your money and time and a lot of efforts that, if you push through with this set of plans right now, your cost would be this.
Correct.
And you only have this much. So today, you should already be...
Like that. Learn from there.
Yes. And you could go back to your architect and say, hey, let's, build to suit.
Architects, do you also recommend architects if necessary?
Oh, yes.
So you have the whole gamut.
Yes.
Even permits, yung mga ganon, you guys can handle that.
Yes.
Depending on the requirement of client.
Yes.
So a client only needs to say, hey, I want to do this, guys. can you hand it? Para ka na rin contractor.
Yeah,
Kumbaga, di ba
basically.
parang, pero it's actually a little different.
It's a one-stop shop, basically.
It's a one-stop shop.
So what we do is, like in our project in Clark, we're the ones who hire the architect, the structural engineer, the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, fire protection, everybody. We form a team and then we managed it. For the client. The client says, okay, Raynor, kayo lang kausap ko.
Oo, kasi mas madali yung ganyan, di ba?
And it's faster. We completed those 5 buildings in 3.5 months. The whole
What?
pre-construction planning. It's because, if people actually understand what they're trying to do,
And they're coordinating with each other, it's faster.
it's faster,
Hindi
And-
pakiramdaman.
yeah. And at the end of the day, like Somerset, for example, it's a 4-star hotel.
Yes,
We've
yes.
saved the client like what? 300 million pesos
My gosh.
of savings. So, Harry, if I save you 300 million, how much would you pay me?
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so
I'm willing to go 50-50 with you. 50-50. I still make 150. Okay pa rin yun.
okay,
di ba?
well, but
Okay
we don't
pa
even
rin.
charge that much.
No, I know. But okay pa rin yun.
Yeah,
If you make
yeah.
150, hati tayo sa
Sa
hey, why
savings.
not? Oo.
And,
Now, you also have that one other feature. I just, because, with this, we only have 50 minutes with this program. You're also very involved with climate change. Nahalata ko, solar. Meron pa kayong solar, my gosh. You even promote that as well.
Yeah, we have water, we have solar energy, we used to have wind.
So you take all these new technologies that are popping up today, being requirements,
Bring it here in
and
the
bring it. We already have it in the country then.
Yes. In fact, we formed a joint venture with a company called First Solar.
Right.
First Solar is the biggest in the world. They picked up a guy like us, small guy like us,
Yes, yes, yes.
and formed a joint venture with us
Pero
last
meron
year.
tayong solar production sa Pilipinas, sa Montalban, di ba?
It's all over the country. Negros,
all over
Negros
na.
Island is,
All solar na.
I think Negros right now is the biggest capacity in terms of solar.
solar.
We've done a 1.2 megawatt for Silliman University. We've done
1.2 megawatts. Pwede pala ganun kalaki ang solar.
yeah, 455 for Ateneo de Zamboanga. Again, these are the things that it's a natural progression. We were estimating power plants, and I realized, oh, energy is a big business. Why don't we go into energy also? and then water. We were estimating like what dams and everything. I said, why don't we go into water? Now we actually drink our water out of the air. We have the air-to-water generators. And
Are you serious?
yes,
Meron. I'm not even familiar with that, but yes.
it's just basically getting the moisture out of the air.
Yes, I've
Filter it.
heard about it. I've seen
Yeah.
it in movies, but I didn't realize it's a reality in the Philippines.
Yes, and we've distributed it here, and we've been successful. So again, you bring that technology into the country and make our Filipino countrymen experience it.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. And then we become, innovators. We're part of where the world is going. Hindi lang tayo parang pagaya-gaya na nanonood. Yung pala, meron na pala sa bayan ito.
Yes,
Meron
yes.
na. Very quickly, I know I don't like to take into the politics. How do you feel about the economy, our economics in the country with the new president? Are you bullish? Okay tayo. I mean, as a businessman.
I'm always a positive person.
Yeah, but don't be political in that sense.
Yeah.
But are all the businessmen in this? Because my perception is yes, everyone's very bullish with the president, the new changes.
Yes.
And we want to spend and move and create and build.
Yes.
The last administration, parang all they wanted to do was save and
Yeah,
save
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Are you bullish with the new government as well?
Yes. In fact, in fairness to the past government, actually, they created an environment wherein investors are actually comfortable in investing.
They are.
Yes.
They-
And construction is
They
the
were
first
suspected, yes.
barometer of a good economy. If you see a lot of cranes
I
going
see
on,
it everywhere.
that means you've got a good economy. Construction is always a very good barometer of the economy. And right now,
Every 100 feet, I think, or every kilometer, may crane. Eh.
yes, right now, I think there's a lot of good sentiments about this country as a whole, whether whoever sits as a president or. But I think as a whole, as a country, they see the Filipinos as, having a good future. We have best doctors, engineers,
We do.
accountants, and
We do.
everybody deserves a better future.
I'm glad now you are not an OFW and working in America or Europe and then just sending money home, that you're here actually developing our engineers.
Yes.
Buti na lang, narito ka, bumalik ka.
Alam mo ba, Harry, when an engineer steps into your office, the market value of that engineer doubles right away in 3 months. Once they start estimating, and they gain the ability and the talent in estimating, their value goes up. That's why we're like what, a training ground for engineers.
Yes, yes.
You know, and now our engineers are
I'm glad my son's working in your company. No, but you are actually helping build in different ways other than just construction. No, I mean, I'm impressed. You opened your arms to solar. You've opened your arms to all the new climate change technologies.
Yeah.
You've opened your arms to software and the new digital technologies in engineering.
Yeah.
It's very unlikely for a Filipino. I mean, you're the first ever, other than June. June Palafox has been espousing this for 20, 30 years, and he succeeded. I'm glad you're a new guy on the block. Pag ganito, God, you should go into NEDA, and help this president, help us, help the country, di ba, going forward, no?
And we're in the process already. Right now, we got scheduled presentations to the Department of Transportation. NEDA, I personally know a good friend there, Mr. Pernia.
Si Tugade is from Ayala Alabang din, di ba?
Yes.
Si Art.
And we built his solar farm, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Up in the mountains.
But malaking problema niya, EDSA. I don't know if he's going to solve that, but...
Again, there's, if we have so much time, maybe in the future
No, we'll talk
programs,
again. This won't be the last program.
Yeah.
We can talk about other innovations to solve EDSA. You mean you have a solution?
Short term, medium term, long term.
Meron ka rin.
And I wish this country would actually hire engineers for government offices. Mr. President, make the engineers actually work for this country. And I think, engineers like us can actually contribute a lot. Engineers, good engineers, I'm talking about good engineers who can actually contribute to nation building. There's so much to do in this country. We've lagged behind for what, decades?
Yes.
And now it's time, and maybe I said my purpose in life is basically just to open the way for younger engineers to actually follow suit.
This is how America was built. This is how the first world countries were built, even China. Ladies and gentlemen, an addendum to that last appeal by Mr. Rayner, Hamadre here. Let's stop the politicians from leading the country. Ang mga abogado cannot build, they can only argue. Let's leave the argument in the back room because it doesn't build the country. Building blocks is one on top of the other as it climbs higher. When the lawyers get together, all they do is do this, go sideways, and from time to time clap for themselves. It don't work that way. Final message to our viewers.
Thank you for to everyone who has been listening to us. Don't lose hope in this country. I went home and basically shared the same vision that everybody wanted. Don't lose hope that right now you're having difficult times studying. I've been there. But it's time for us to work hand in hand, stop the politics, and let's start building this nation. Harry?
There you go. Hey, what better way to say it than that way, di ba? Ano pa gusto mo? So, no more politics! Let's go and build! Ladies and gentlemen, maraming salamat. I hope you've enjoyed the program. You can watch this, it's on at 8 o'clock at night. It's on again at 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, and if I'm not mistaken, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Or you can tune into YouTube, Talk to Harry, and you'll find it. Just check out the dates and who the guests are. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much, Ray.
Thank you, Harry.
Terrific show. Let's talk about that EDSA thing on another.
You are what you watch.